Good morning, everyone. I'm Lauren Defranco. Welcome to the Long Island Matchmaker Show. I'm here with Maureen Tara Nelson, Long Island's only executive-level certified matchmaker. Maureen, we had such a good weekend. It's so nice to see you. Tell everybody what kind of weekend we had.
We had the best weekend ever. We celebrated my 20th year of matchmaking. So we had a big Hamptons single soiree and
At the Capri.
Beautiful place, beautiful people came.
Beautiful setting,
beautiful, great food. Many of my clients came and friends and colleagues.
And we were celebrating your
20th year of matchmaking.
Successfully helping people find love.
Yes, which I realize I really can do in my sleep now.
And as you say, you love your job.
Love it. I'm so blessed.
So we have a very special guest here today, the winner of the matchmaking contest, a very eligible, handsome man named Ray. Ray,
Hello.
say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
We're going to put you in the hot seat today.
Ladies,
Great.
you know, I always do a raffle anytime people come to my events, and I'm always excited to see whoever wins. This year, wow is all I can say.
Oh, one lucky lady is going to...
Wow. Ray is the best of the best bachelor on Long Island, and we have him now at MTN Matchmaking, ladies.
And he has great energy. He's sweet. He's funny. He talks to his mom on the phone.
Right before this, we had to wait because his mom called, and he took the call.
That's so sweet.
You just heard the love, and
Who
it was
doesn't
just,
love that?
It is just, that is the best possible quality you could ever have, Ray.
Thank you.
So, Ray, what
Thank
made you want to enter this contest?
Well, you know, I guess in some sense we're all looking for love, and I've known Maureen for a while.
Yes.
She's very professional and very good at what she does.
Thank you.
So,
Were you tired of the internet, the cesspool that we know as the internet?
Yeah. You know, I tried it, and it's, you know, wasn't that great. I think for me, I need more of a personal approach. And Maureen was able to interview me and really get a sense of what it is I'm looking for. And I find that better than just, you know, filling out a form on the internet and uploading pictures yourself. So,
And you're the real deal. You want a committed relationship, right?
yes, I do. I do, actually.
Yes, we specify that with everyone that enters the contest, that you have to pass the screening process. So you have to be a positive person, emotionally stable, so you know what you want, financially stable, and looking for that committed relationship. So again, Ray is just the perfect candidate and the perfect winner. And I've already interviewed him and did his matchmaking and came up with just hundreds of compatible.
Can you handle that, Ray?
I could barely handle it.
When did we start? No?
Today.
That's exactly.
After this.
Yes, I did set up a date for Ray, but this is not, it doesn't usually take me this quickly, believe me. So it does normally take about a week and a half. But because Ray is the winner and because he was so kind to come on the show with us, I figured, you know, why not?
Let's get him started.
Yes. And he's going to do great.
We
Thanks
want
so
to
much,
grill
Ray.
you today, though. We want to put you in the hot seat. So
I feel that already. Turn the temperature down. I'm sweating
he's
here.
blushing.
He is literally blushing. He is so super handsome, ladies.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So tell us, Ray, what are you looking for specifically in a woman?
It's for me, it's pretty simple. You know, have a good sense of humor, communication. I think that's key in any relationship, but especially for a partner, a potential partner that you're looking for. So that's big for me. I love the outdoors, being around water, beaches, you know, outdoor dining. So I would like somebody that's into that as well, and somebody that's kind. And you know, kind, good-hearted.
Kindness matters.
Yeah. I'm very philanthropic, so I
Yes. That is one of the reasons I forgot to mention before, But when I saw that Ray was the winner, Ray does so many things and volunteers his time giving back. It's just incredible. Out of everyone that I know on Long Island, you truly do the most volunteer work to help everybody across the board. So you are truly amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Why do you like philanthropy so much?
I believe in giving back, and it really warms my heart to be able to do that. As a matter of fact, in 3 weeks, I'm doing a 50-mile charity ride. Never done that before, so it's a challenge.
So he's physically fit as well.
Yeah, very fit.
Which is important
I'm
as
feeling
well.
his muscles right now, ladies.
They're bulging out of
Wow.
his shirt.
He has his handsome shirt
He's laughing,
on.
but
Oh my God.
The muscles are bulging out.
and he has strong legs if he's a biker.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do 50
Miles.
It's just, to me, unbelievable. So if you haven't donated yet, you should. And what is the website that people can go to donate?
Yeah, it's called Bike to the Beach, and my handle is Ray Ryder, and just look it up and donate, or you contact Maureen, and she'll
Yes,
put you in
definitely.
touch
Bike
with
to
me.
the beach. What does that support? What are you supporting?
It's autism awareness.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I'll be supporting a local chapter here on Long Island. It's called Pop Earth. They're right in Merrick, so I'm raising money to help. Help them with the resources that they're providing to that community.
Do you have a personal connection to that?
I do. My niece, when she was pregnant, she, found out that her baby was going to be autistic, with modern technology.
Oh, really?
And unfortunately, the baby's father, when he found out, he disappeared. So,
Oh, that's terrible.
Heartbreaking.
yeah, so I learned a lot more about the autistic community, and the executive director and the founder of this of Pop Earth, she has a nonverbal child. So I've learned a lot, by working with her.
And early intervention is really important. So that's a great thing that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Because I have a personal connection to it as well.
Yeah.
But so, Maureen, what else would you tell Ray in order to match him up with the perfect woman for him?
Okay, well, the nice thing about matchmaking is I'm doing all the work in the sense of finding Ray someone that he's compatible to in normally 3 ways. Today, you don't even know this yet, Lauren. but
Oh.
I realized
surprises.
after 20 years of matchmaking, I've always done and said, I could do matchmaking in my sleep. I always have a notepad next to my bed. I always think when I'm speaking with clients who would be great for them, and I write it down on the paper. And a lot of times people say, you're sounding a little different. Are you thinking of someone for me? And I am. So now I realize I'm adding in that 4th component, my intuition. And so what I would say to Ray is just follow the guidelines, because one of the reasons why singles love this program is because we're doing the work for you. We're doing the screening process, and you're going to know from day one that you're compatible. So the only thing left is for you to feel chemistry, because we need both compatibility and chemistry. So we recommend you try to go out 3 times. So your first date is after this, and you should feel a little bit of a spark, but don't make the mistake of going on a date and thinking, because people say this to me all the time, I'll know in 2 minutes if I like her.
I say that.
No, that is the
that
worst.
wrong? That's
That
bad?
is not a good idea.
Why?
First of all, chemistry can grow if you are compatible.
But you have to have an initial attraction,
Well,
right?
you have to think, okay, that person looks nice. If you think that person looks nice, don't expect that initial surge of fireworks or whatever you're thinking in your head. You want to feel
That
because
rush of adrenaline.
Yes, because we only
Exactly.
learn that from the movies. Could it happen?
Well,
yes,
we felt it before, but usually it doesn't turn out so well.
Exactly. And the reason why it has happened to people before is because opposites attract, but they're the worst things for us. So usually if that does happen, watch out, because that could be a red flag that person maybe isn't compatible to you. They are your opposite, and that's why you're overly excited in the beginning. So as long as that person looks nice, just know that you're supposed to go into every date, as we discussed, Ray, looking for 5 great things about that person. Because if you forget that, it's very common for people to go into a date and they self-sabotage subconsciously. So if you don't feel it, like Lauren, you said, you'll know in 2 minutes. Again, don't ever do that again, ever.
I'm a self-saboteur.
Yes, I'm taking over from day one on you as well, Lauren. You know what, Lauren?
Don't take dating lessons.
Ray, meet Lauren. Done. Success story. How easy was that? Look at how fast I work, everybody.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
Yes. Okay.
Did you use
You're
your
amazing.
intuition?
Exactly.
I used only my intuition. Now, what? Chemistry, right? Do you feel it? Okay.
You are amazing.
Okay.
We like to laugh.
Yes, and I have the goosebumps. This is so funny. So, but really and truly, look to find great things about the person and give them a second date, give them a third date, because by then, people are not nervous anymore.
Right.
And you'll get
Right.
to see their true personality. And then you'll know by the third date, do you have chemistry? So,
Do you go for opposites, Ray, or do you traditionally go for people who are like you?
I do believe that opposites attract, and I do like that because I'm not looking for a twin or a clone.
Really?
But
you're
I-
not a narcissist.
But
You don't look in the mirror and say, I want someone just like me.
but I do like some similarities. You know, like I said, I would like a person that likes to go out, to the beach and that sort of thing, and or enjoy outdoor type of activities.
and those are hobbies, by the way. So
Yeah.
that is not compatibility. Just I wanted
Okay,
to.
so what is compatibility if it's not hobbies?
Okay, it's the inner core values. And remember how I said I always have a 3-part method? Now I'm announcing for the first time.
4-part.
The 4 parts. So the first part, really quickly, was when Ray told me his best qualities, 5 of them. The second part was my assessment of all of the great qualities, because he has a million great qualities. The third part is a personality test that I do on someone. And then now the fourth is my intuition. So now this is a perfect example, Ray, of why very successful singles on Long Island get caught up with the wrong person, because you said yourself you like opposites. However, opposites do attract, there's no question, that's chemistry. But it is the worst thing for you because it means you're not compatible. So here, you're going to be compatible in 4 different ways. So again, the only thing you have to do is go out a few times and see if you have the chemistry. That's it. You'll never have to wonder, is this girl compatible to me?
Right, and I agree with 100% with what you're saying, because when you have that compatibility, there's an alignment.
Yes.
And when I say opposites, I want to learn and grow with that person.
Yes,
so
that's
I
great.
don't want them to know and share exactly everything
Right.
that I have, because relationships, you want to grow and continually grow. Otherwise, I feel like they can get flat, and that's when problems start to happen.
You want to
know.
learn something new.
Exactly. I want to learn something new. I want to experience something I haven't done before, because I like to travel as well, and I'm a big foodie. Those are hobbies I've learned
we
now.
see that on Facebook.
I've learned those are
I
hobbies.
love
I'm still
This
talking
guy has
hobbies.
celebrated
Can I-
his birthday more than me, and that's saying something, because I celebrate for the month.
Can I do Ray's pose? I know you can't see
can't
this
see
on
it.
the radio, but I can do Ray's pose to a T when he is showing his pictures of his food.
Yeah.
I don't know how
do
you've
like to
eaten
eat
so
out.
many desserts and have not.
I know.
What?
How do you have this hot body and eat all these desserts? I eat all those desserts. And I don't have a hot body.
I spend a little time in the gym, and I bike ride. I do. Believe it or not, you burn a lot of calories bike riding.
Eating? You seem to burn a lot of calories celebrating your birthday.
For a whole month, I might add.
Yeah.
He's got a candle
I
in
do.
front of him on every
do.
picture. Okay, so let's get to some of our questions, should we, Maureen?
Oh,
Okay.
Those are the hot seat questions?
These are the hot seat questions.
Oh, boy.
Yes, and I
I
never
want to
know
start
what
with
they
a
are.
sexy one, though. Can I do that?
Of course, sure.
Absolutely.
And again, I promise I never look at them beforehand, so I
It's
don't
all
know.
sight unseen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing is scripted here.
Okay.
As you can see, I have my script right here.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Have you ever been in a love triangle, and do you think you could love more than one person at the same time?
A love triangle.
So yes, it
The story of my
can happen. I do believe that God gives us more than one soulmate, and we are in trouble if it happens at the same time. It's actually
We see it on The Bachelor.
you do not want it to happen at the same time, but sometimes there are things that you can't control. But what is very common, which happens here in my program, is that I'll have someone dating someone, and then someone else will just randomly pop up in their life. And this is what is happening right now with someone that at 7:30 a.m. I was giving dating coaching. A guy, one of my guys, he's
In a relationship.
In a relationship. He's on hold. He's happy, but he's at the airport. Everything goes wrong. And there's a girl there going through the same exact thing. I mean, something that you would see in a movie.
And their eyes meet.
Yeah,
and-
so he called me and he said, now what do I do? Because what are the chances of that happening? That's got to be fate. And I said, no, in a case like that, that's not fate. That's a coincidence.
You
and
think?
because she doesn't live here either.
Oh.
Okay, so I
was
have
out.
never been a believer in long distance relationships, especially because I have over 2,000 clients here on Long Island that are ready to meet someone and find love. So what he's experiencing is chemistry. But we don't know the compatibility because I don't know the girl.
Well, she's a stranger.
Right, and she's a stranger from another state, so God only knows. He only knows what she is telling him, and it takes the average person about 6 months to find out if you're compatible.
Wait,
with
listen, though, she
someone.
could be doing that in every airport.
Of course.
She could be one of those.
Airport stalker.
Strong. Chemistry can be so strong. So just never mistake the fact that you only need chemistry, because that's why the divorce rate is so high. Years ago,
Right, lust fades, right?
Yes, and years ago in the olden days of our, well, in my case, my parents, because my mom had me when she was 40, and no one did that back then, but people did seek out people that were compatible to them. And it wasn't all about chemistry. Nowadays, there's just so much about having an instant fix, and the internet has just ruined the whole entire
really bad.
romance of finding true love. But I pride myself on bringing that back to people.
Okay, so Ray, have you ever been in a love triangle? And do you believe you could love more than one person?
Yeah, I do believe you can love more than one person. Not at the same time, of course. But
Or you shouldn't at the same
yeah, or you shouldn't.
You should try not to do that.
Yeah, and but yeah, that is possible to happen. And for me, it hasn't happened.
The love triangle part.
Yeah, but I have been interested in an individual, and not quite an airport incident, but scenario, yes, let's say, but something similar to that effect. But again, like Maureen said, it's per chance. It's just a coincidence. You really have to look at it for what it is, and just be careful that you don't go down that wrong path. Right. Because it's a coincidence. I have to follow this. So,
right, it's fate when it's really not fate.
Right,
because that girl does that to 10 guys in the same airport, and you might be the sucker that says, "Oh, she loves me."
Right,
It's fate.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's get to another one. Does distance make the heart grow fonder? I think we sort of touched on this, or is out of sight, out of mind?
Again, I'm just not a big believer in long distance relationships. But now on the flip side, let's just talk a minute about the pandemic, because, in the past, pre-pandemic, when you did not get to see your partner every single second of the day, yeah, you did miss them when they were out at work, etc.
But that's not long distance.
Right. But as far as, what you said with the question, then the pandemic happened and people were stuck together 24/7.
It ruined a lot of relationships.
It ruined relationships if you were not compatible. And that's the interesting point, because the couples that were compatible, sure, they had fights here and there, because anyone, no matter how much you love someone, being 24/7 is going to put a strain on it. But with all of the compatible couples, they not only stayed together, but they even grew closer. So
We saw a lot of that, but we did see a lot of breakups during the pandemic.
absolutely, yep.
So, Ray, have you ever been in a long-distance relationship? Do you believe in someone who's within close proximity? What are your limitations with that?
Yeah, I have been in a long distance relationship, and I will say I would prefer somebody a little
Yes.
closer.
Right.
So that commute
distance
time,
didn't make
yeah,
the heart grow fonder. It just burned a lot of gas.
it didn't. And when if there was a disagreement in the relationship, that ride back was awfully long.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I dated someone who was about an hour and a half away, and that was good, though. An hour and a half is okay.
Yeah.
Because you could leave. Bye. See you next week. All right. So, okay. Have you ever read romance novels, and which was your favorite?
Yes, I actually grew up reading all romance novels. And sometimes I reflect back, that's an interesting question, as to, I wonder why, if that had something to do with my passion for finding love for people.
Probably.
So
You're
much.
you're
Yeah.
a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, because every Danielle Steele novel, I read every single one of them.
I don't think I ever read one.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't
my-
think I ever
I
have.
mean, you always knew what was going to happen. There were no surprises. It was an easy read. You can go to the beach in the morning, and I would be able to finish the book by the time I left. And that's the same with everyone.
Did they always end happily?
Yes, of course.
You're finding
and, in
romance.
the middle of the book, they had a huge problem. They broke up, but suddenly they got together, and it was happily ever after. So Danielle Steele read every one of her books, and yes.
And here you are today.
Yep. Yes.
So how do we get in touch with you, Maureen, to find love, to find dating coaching? Who do we call?
Okay, you can call 516-444-2861 if you live in Nassau, or Suffolk 631-577-7940, or 1-888-31-MATCH. But I always like people to go to the website first, because I will never talk with someone on an interview and tell them about my accolades or what I've done in the past 20 years. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So we recommend, and everyone has to, go to the website first, mtnmatchmaking.com. So there you can see the proof, the actual articles or interviews.
In other words, Maureen's experience speaks for itself.
Yes, yes.
She doesn't have to go
Yes.
through the whole rigmarole. She was voted New York City's top matchmaker as well, right?
Yes,
In
that-
the best of.
That was a shocker.
That's amazing for New York City.
Yes, I have a lot of colleagues. Long Island, as far as being certified, it's just me. In the city, there are at least 20 certified matchmakers, and they're my colleagues. We all work together. We all help each other. If they ever get someone on Long Island, I have my whole database
Right.
that I can help them, and I do help them.
And Maureen has a great staff.
Yes, I could not do what I do without my staff. And the interesting thing is, people sometimes think we're joking when I say I work until midnight, but no, I
it's
really
true.
do.
She does.
And I stagger my staff, my team, so that I have the morning crew. And then from 6 to 9 p.m., that's when Denise takes over. And she's always next to me.
And
Always.
she's burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, yep, from 6 to 9. And she makes all of her calls then. Then from 9 to midnight, I'm with my brother Brian, who lives in Texas. So for him, it's only 11 when we end. But we do FaceTime. And I have to tell you, so for me, working till midnight is just fun and exciting the entire time, because it's not like I'm alone doing it. So it's just, I love it. And we get so
And it
much
shows.
done.
And I want to ask Ray. So, Ray,
Sure.
what would be a deal breaker for you? What's the one thing that you would say, yeah, I can't date this woman because of what?
I'm really not into the arguing thing.
The arguing thing. You mean a hostile environment you don't like? Really? Some people love that.
That just doesn't
Some
work.
people thrive on it.
That doesn't work for me.
My number one quality, hostility. But is there anything else that you would say? You must have had someone who was very argumentative, I would assume.
Yeah. A good listener. You have to be a good listener. I feel, and when you're having a conversation, people have disagreements, which is normal. It's good to discuss them, and talk to a person, not at them.
Right.
So and you'll find that what you're looking to get out of that discussion will be accomplished when you kind of communicate and work together to resolve this situation.
See, ladies,
rather than trying to
communication.
Rather than trying to win an argument,
And ladies, interesting tidbit here that the most common of the 5 must-haves that ladies ask for is a man that is or knows how to communicate well.
Because communication is key.
It's key. However, this is fantastic that Ray happens to be a very good communicator, because what I've noticed in my 25 years, and guys don't get mad at me, and my guys love me because they know how easy it is for me to make them successful.
Right.
They know I will go to the ends of the earth for them. So I'm pretty sure I can get away with saying this without getting anyone mad, but it's not something common that comes to most men, that it's not really in their DNA. However, there are men like Ray that he probably had a great mom, which he does. Clearly, which we saw firsthand. So that is probably why Ray is a great communicator. So when ladies say that's what they want, I say, okay, hold on. It's not as easy as you think to find that, but through dating coaching, we can help that man. With Ray, we don't have to help him with that. Ladies, you're set.
Yeah, Ray's an easy. We don't even have to sell him, right?
Again, my eyes closed in my sleep. Done.
He's
Ray,
going on a date.
Ray, done.
I think Maureen's trying to make a match here.
She's like, I'm busy. Lauren, meet Ray. Next.
Cross that one off the list.
Exactly.
She works really fast.
All of my 2,000 clients just come right up to me today, and we'll just
And
get
she's
it all
using
done.
her intuition now. She's not
Yes.
the Long Island psychic. She's the Long Island matchmaker. But
yes.
intuition is key.
That's good.
And again, I guess maybe I didn't trust it enough to put it in my 3-part method, but I used to joke around and say, it's kind of funny that I was right, and surprising myself that after 20 years I would be right. So I just woke up, and I guess the day after the party, and really feeling all the love, and thank you everyone for coming to the party.
It was a beautiful party.
It was absolutely such a beautiful party, and I'm so thankful, and I'm so blessed. And I woke up the next day, and I thought, wow, my intuition really, just from doing, I guess anyone that does something for 20 years, you'll be great at it and
Right.
have intuition with
And
it.
I believe
So,
in using your intuition. I believe
Yes.
that's a really
Yes.
helpful factor in life. Anyway, that's our show for today. I'm Lauren Defranco, Maureen Tara Nelson.
thanks for tuning in again this week, and we'll see you next week. And a special thank you to our winner, Ray, who I already have successful here.
Ray,
So, thanks for
thank
coming
you for
in,
being
Ray.
with us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.